The Cairo International Book Fair is the most important cultural event in the 21st century, according to Egyptian archaeologist and Egyptologist Dr. Zahi Hawas. In a press conference, Hawas noted that the event is a message to the whole world, affirming Egypt's standing as a cultural hub. He thanked the Minister of Culture, Ines Abdeldaim, for selecting him as the ambassador for the event in its current edition. The minister bestowed the honorary title upon the well-known archaeologist due to his global reputation and active role in international forums as one of the world's most famous Egyptologists. In collaboration with the Ministry of Culture, awards will be handed out in the following categories: First Book, Heritage Book, Best Translated Book, Best Translated Book for Children, and Best Publisher. Also, the Egyptian General Book Authority will give awards to the best books of 2019. These include novels, theatre, vernacular poetry, classical poetry, short stories, literary criticism, humanities, arts, children, science, and digital science. The Cairo International Book Fair was launched in 1969 when the Minister of Culture, Archeologist, assigned the writer Suhair Al-Karmawi to supervise the establishment of the first edition.
Ladies and gentlemen, still with you in this edition of Nile Cruise, coming to you from the International Exhibition Center on the 51st round of the Cairo International Book Fair. We're very much lucky and delighted, also honored to have with us Dr. Zahi Hawas, the renowned Egyptologist and author. He is here in the exhibition. He was giving a lecture, and we seized the opportunity to interview him. A great honor having you with us, Dr. Hawas. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hawas. So you are here in a section called a book and an author. So talk to us about what you were doing here at the
I published a few books in Arabic. The first one is published by Akhbar al-Yawm about Tutankhamun. It's the journey of the Golden Boy. And it's a book for the public. It was like an articles I wrote in the newspaper, and Akhbar al-Yawm collected that and made it a book. The other one, I wrote an encyclopedia for pyramids, because the Arabic library do not really have books on pyramids and don't really have the famous archaeological discoveries. And I wrote 3 books, one about Khufu Pyramid and one about the Sphinx, and the third one is going to be published in 1 month from now.
Okay.
Then I will discuss these books today. And this book is published by Nahdat Masr, and I'm really happy that Nahdat Masr was able to publish these great books that will benefit students, scholars, as well as the public.
Okay, so these important books about the pyramids, about the Sphinx, and also about the King Boy, Tutankhamun, you said it's very important for the public and for the authors. What about people who have little knowledge about
Tutankhamun
the
book,
Egyptian civilization?
Tutankhamun book is published for anyone who knows nothing about the pharaohs.
Yes.
Because it's simple and it's written as an adventure, talks about the discovery and it talks about the curse. But the other books about pyramids, I think they need really people who are interested only in pyramids and students of archaeology as well as scholars.
Okay.
Dr. Hawas, we want to know from perhaps the most famous Egyptologist of his era, what do you think of the upcoming eagerly awaited opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum at the end of this year?
This will be a great event. I think this is a great gift from Egypt to the whole world. The opening, it will take about 10 days. And of course, some days will be for VIPs and kings and queens and others for the public. I myself wrote an opera about Tutankhamun. We are hoping that we can perform this opera in the event, but we are waiting. We're making a rehearsal in September to find out if this opera can fit with the opening of the Grand Museum or not.
Okay, talking about Jim, Dr. Hawas, the Grand Egyptian Museum, you gave today here, or you're giving a very important lecture talking about the books. Do you think that this would be repeated, could be repeated, following the inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum, where you can talk about those books, talk about Tutankhamun, talk about the pyramids, the Sphinx, and so on, for
Yes.
the visitors of the museum?
No, I think these books will be in the library of the museum. But the great hero of the Grand Museum is King Tut and Ramses II statue. You will enter through an obelisk, and after that Ramses II, and the staircase that has 100 statues of kings and queens to receive everyone. But King Tut will be able to teach everyone about the history of the discovery and about the Golden Boy and about how he died and about his family and things like this.
We want to know from you, sir, what do you think about this Grand Egyptian Museum that is being dubbed as a big cultural city, or the biggest cultural city in the world, not just a museum? How do you feel?
You know, we built this museum started in 2002. And we, through the money that I brought from Tutankhamun exhibit, were able to build the conservation labs and the storage magazines. But what Egypt had in 2011 stopped everything. But now I think the work is beautifully done, and it's the president appointed General Atif Muftah, who's really working hard in cooperation with Minister Khalid Al-Anani to finish this. And I think beginning of October will be the day that this museum will be open to the public and will be the most important cultural project in the world, from Egypt to the whole world.
Good to hear.
Okay.
Yes. Doctor, I want to ask you also about the museum being the most important now in the world and how it is attracting various people, because you also gave statements with regards to the museum, how the tour of the Golden Boy, Tutankhamun, how it toured the world. It visited so many world capitals. It's going to Boston, I believe, very soon.
You know, the exhibit is now in London.
The exhibit, yes.
It will go to Boston.
But it's going to Boston, right?
Yes, and June 12 is the opening
Exactly.
in Boston.
How would that attract even more visitors?
You know,
to
this will bring tourists to Egypt. It's good publicity. It's only 150 small objects. And the King Tut tomb contained more than 5,000 objects. And I really believe that this is like an ambassador to promote the gem and to promote tourism to Egypt.
There have been a lot of a lot of important discoveries this past year. I know that throughout your career, you've been part of many important discoveries. But I want you, Dr. Hawas, to talk to us the importance of last year's discoveries and what are the moments that you will never forget that you participated in.
No. Number one, the last discovery about the cachette of the coffins and the mummies are very important. And I'm excavating now in the Valley of the Kings, looking for the tomb of Queen Nefertiti. And the most important moment when
You said that will happen soon, Dr. Hawas.
When I did the CT scan
Yes.
of the mummy of Tutankhamun, and I met King Tut face to face. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
sir.
much, Dr.
Thank you,
Hawas. Thank you.